CEOs, Washington, and the strain between conscience and commerce. Recent reporting suggests increasing tension between top U.S. business leaders and the Trump administration. CEOs are caught between public expectations, investor fears, regulatory pressures, and the political roof over their heads. Here are some of the recurring themes from the reports, followed by what I think the financial implications are. What the reports say. 1. CEOs reluctant to increase U.S. investment. According to Yahoo Finance, in private settings many CEOs are admitting they will not boost investment in the U.S., even though they may want to, because of tariff risk, policy uncertainty, and regulatory unpredictability. 2. Business leaders adapting to political pressure. The Newcomer article argues that many business leaders are dancing to Trump's tune, i.e. making calculated accommodations to win favor or avoid reprisals. This includes aligning with regulatory priorities, or perceived ones, altering behavior, and otherwise being careful in how loudly or openly they oppose or challenge policy moves. 3. Silicon Valley uneasiness over government's growing reach. As reported via TipRanks/Politico, tech CEOs are increasingly nervous about the administration's involvement in private business affairs, everything from stakes in companies, to regulatory oversight, to public expectations that companies kiss the ring. There is a chill effect, uncertainty about what kind of government interference, now or later, might happen. Financial implications and opinion. These dynamics aren't just political theater, they have very real consequences for investment, competitiveness, risk, and the shape of markets. In my view, a few key implications follow. A. Capital allocation shifts, both by geography and sector. When CEOs perceive the U.S. as riskier, tariffs, policy flip-flops, regulatory overreach, some capital is likely to shift abroad, either to more stable jurisdictions or jurisdictions with clearer regulatory horizons. This may hurt U.S. competitiveness in some industries, especially manufacturing or heavy industry, where long lead times make policy stability especially important. B. Increased cost of risk/discounting for uncertainty. Investors will demand higher returns to compensate for policy/regulatory risk. Projects that might otherwise be borderline profitable may be passed over or delayed. In short, uncertainty acts like a tax on investment. Firms may sit on more cash instead of investing aggressively. C. Regulatory risk becomes a more central factor in valuation. For sectors sensitive to federal policy, tech, energy, infrastructure, healthcare, media, the growing involvement of government, both oversight and sometimes ownership or stakes, means that regulatory risk must be more deeply baked into models. Firms in those sectors may underperform if investors underestimate the drag from regulation.